Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on today's webinar presentation training. First of all, very excited to be on today's call. As usual, we try to handpick some great topics, maybe a carrier launch, hot new sales concept strategies, and this is, of course, one of them. So great stuff to talk about. Take out a pen and paper, jot down notes, questions, comments, all of the above. We want to hear from you, okay? We design these weekly trainings because of you, our agent, and if you don't give us any criticism, good, bad, and different, we don't know how to make these better for you. So please share. There's a comment box in the right-hand corner. Type in any questions, or of course, email us after, or call us at any time. We have 9 marketers now that are here to help you, so please feel free to reach out. Okay, we have Joseph Lochran on the call with us today, and he's our VP, as you know. And what we're going to do is I'm going to talk for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then we're going to dive right into our first presentation here. So as you know, this is a big deal because we're launching 2 brand new carriers to the Levinson portfolio. And we don't ever add a company just for the sake of adding a company. And, you know, when you're doing the kind of premium and production that we're doing, we're one of the top 10 national IMOs, as you know, and we have a lot of carriers that come to us and say, hey, we would love to work with you guys, blah, blah, blah. And we can't take on a new carrier or contract just because they have a great name behind them. We have to make sure that there's no overlap and each carrier represents a certain niche in the insurance industry. Okay, like if you think about IUL, we want to have the best go-to IUL carriers. Final expense, we handpick the best final expense options. Indexed annuities, you know, whole life. It keeps going on and on and on. But we don't want to have a Burger King and McDonald's on the same corner selling the same burger, if you will. So we handpick these 2 companies that we are officially launching today. The first one is Lumico, who is known on the health insurance side, but they just launched a new final expense product. And the reason why we brought them on, and they're only known for this final expense product on the life insurance world, there's only 2 knockout questions. It's basically as close to guaranteed issue as you can get. Paperless contracting, paperless applications, voice signature, A-rated, very quick, in fact, same-day commissions in some cases. The street-level commissions are very, very, very high. So they have their own little niche in the final expense world, and they're getting bigger as the days go on. So we obviously needed to take them on. And then second, and in fact, first and foremost with our presentation is Terry Cook with Lafayette Life, okay? So we're going to talk about Lafayette and where they stand out. A, in the final expense world, and B, in the whole life arena. They have short pay, full pay, participating whole life products that are awesome, second to none. These compete well with the Mass Mutual and the Guardians of the world. They have a awesome niche in this whole life space that he's going to share with everyone on the call today a little bit more where they stand out and when you need to think of Lafayette Life. They're also A+ rated. So, you know, we have a lot of estate planning advisors and attorneys, CPAs that come to us, and they need ratings like Lafayette has. So that's another big reason why we wanted to bring them on board. And again, Terry will share some more about where they shine and stand out, so you can make some notes and start to quote them as soon as we hang up today's call. You will also receive a thank you email in your inbox after the presentation sometime today, and we'll include licensing for both carriers. We have some really neat white papers for final expense and whole life products. We have lead scripts, phone scripts that we're also going to share with everybody on the call. And again, pick up the phone and call us. We're going to send out that thank you email, but if there's anything that you want to see or a commission grid, whatever it is, pick up the phone or email us. We're here all day, every day, usually 9 to about 6:30 p.m., sometimes 7 p.m. So we're always here for you. Please don't hesitate. On the final expense side, Levinson & Associates has a real neat exclusive platform only for Levinson agents. Okay, you hear about, these crazy commission levels at 210%, and we give you free leads. We all know most of the time that's BS, okay? If you're getting a 210% commission level, then your client is essentially paying for that, okay? And what I mean by that is the product is so overly priced that it's not competitive, and it's probably going to be replaced in the very near future. So anytime you hear anything astronomical in the final expense arena with, commissions or same-day pay or 12-month advance or, guaranteed leads daily, there's always gray area or small print, I promise you, okay? You're always better off getting the higher commission payout and then getting a co-op price on exclusive leads, which is exactly what we have done. With Levinson, you don't work in any kind of MLM or different layers where there's 10 different GAs taking a piece of your commissions. We are direct with the carriers, okay? Lumico, Lafayette Life, we have direct IMO contracts. It's you, us, and the company. So you never have to worry about that with Levinson. We have a real neat final expense platform that includes exclusive live transfer leads, okay, just for final expense, and we have voice verified leads as well. Okay, these are all co-op pricing deals where you can ride the coattails of our 16,000 agents, which gives us a lot of buying power. They start at just $25, okay? So very inexpensive, and then of course you get the high commissions with full advancing through Levinson. Also, we have a final expense retail quote engine. We have final expense retail websites that you have full free access to set up your own today, okay? And the final expense quote engine has built-in lead capture. So when your clients go in and run a quote, you get an email instantly that says, hey, Bill Levinson just ran a final expense quote, and you can pick up the phone, call Bill, and make the sale. So we have some really neat marketing built around this, a neat CRM tool that also works great with the lead capture and website. So we are here to help you put all of the pieces together. All right, moving forward, that's a testimonial in the bottom left corner that I just wanted to highlight real quick. As you can see, that's Rigo, and I didn't want to mention his last name. He's on this call today. Said on our Facebook page, awesome company to be associated with. The future is here, and they have all the technology to stream ahead in helping folks with their insurance needs. Now, we're not just saying this to toot our own horn, but it's our job to make sure that we go out and find the best technology, carriers, products, to make it so our agents are the most competitive on the block when it comes to selling over the phone or in person or online, whatever the case is. So we don't take that lightly, and we know you're only as good as your last sale, right? So if we were great today and we have an awesome platform, second to none, what's to say our competitor doesn't come out with something similar the next day? So we are constantly on the gas and innovating. We're not stopping here, okay? Every day it starts all over, and we have to add bigger and better to our platform. These are some of our Facebook reviews, okay, that were just mentioned on our Levinson Facebook page. What we're going to do is send these out in the thank you email so you can take a peek. And again, it's just great to see what other agents just like you, okay, from Wisconsin or California, parts of Arizona, all over the country, what they feel and what they're saying about working with Levinson. And maybe they talk about what's working for them and what's not. So great stuff to take a look at. Let's move forward here, our final expense carrier list. Okay, I'm going to mention just real quick, if you want to jot down some notes, on the left side. So all these carriers are hand-picked just for you, okay? We want to have the best final expense and guaranteed issue to offer our agents. So when you're speaking to your prospects, you can feel comfortable knowing that no one's going to come in the door right behind you and quote something that's half the price or even 20% less. On the left side, you'll see guaranteed issue, and you'll see a little red asterisk. That's our scholarship program. That means if you sell a product, your client gets to take advantage of the 1-year scholarship for their children, grandchildren, or blood relative. Left side is all guaranteed issue: Gerber, AIG, Great Western, Kemper, United Home Life, and you can stack these as well. On the right side, our final expense carriers. Notice on the top are 2 new core companies, A+ rated, Lafayette Life. On the right side, A-rated, Lumico. And then, of course, Americo, Liberty Bankers, Mutual of Omaha, Foresters, Transamerica, Phoenix, NGL, Oxford, Assurant, and United Home Life. And make sure you note where the asterisk is if you are participating in the scholarship program. Okay, we are wrapping up right now. I want to introduce our feature guest speaker. We're going to start with Lafayette Life. We have Terry Cook, who is our regional VP. Some awesome stuff to share. Without further ado, Terry, you there?
I'm here.
Thank you.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much for having me here today. We really appreciate the relationship that we've started with Levinson Marketing. Again, I'm Terry Cook. I'm located in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. I run the Southeast. And again, excited to be here and be part of Levinson. I've known them for a long, long time. And I go back to the 70s myself. So really excited to be here. Lafayette Life is part of the Western Southern Group. We've been around for a long time. One of the reasons that people use us is because of our ratings. Western Southern also has an affiliation with Columbus Life, Integrity, and we also just made a purchase of Gerber Life. And we'll still have some more information coming out on that, but that sale was just actually consummated probably within the last 30 days. And I think it'll probably take a few months or maybe a year or so before we have exciting new information to share on that. And again, our ratings are through the roof. A lot of final expense companies have good ratings. We feel like we have the best. That's kind of the foundation of where we ratings. Again, A+. Our Comdex is 96. We're upset that it's not 100 when you take a look at how much we have in reserves. And so really the highest ratings in the country. Right here, just kind of a comparison against a lot of our core competitors. And you can see that we're right up there towards the top. And we fight hard for these and watch, where we spend our money. We're a whole life carrier, have been for 105 years. We have 6 whole life products, traditional whole life products, in addition to our final expense product. I'll just go through these briefly. Our Heritage is our low premium whole life product. That's probably about 20% more than a Guarantee UL. The thing that we have with this, though, is guaranteed cash. And so we have a lot of people that maybe sell 50% GUL and then maybe 50% whole life because of the guaranteed cash. Again, about 20% higher, but people have a lot of options with that. Our second product is our Contender. That's our long-term program. When I got into the business, we were comparing 20 and 30-year cash values. And this is really good for supplemental retirement income, really kicks in the 15th, 20th, and 30th year. Our Patriot is our early cash value product. We do a lot of infinite banking, a lot of college planning, and that's probably our workhorse for the early cash value. If your premium's $1,000, there's not a lot of cash in the first year. However, in the second year, the cash value increase is usually pretty close to the premium. And so you put in $1,000 in that second year, and your cash value increase will be close to $1,000. Our Sentinel product is also a high early cash value. The Sentinel is a trail product. There's not a lot of comp up front. Over the 10-year period, it almost equals what you would get, but that has 75% cash value in the very first year. So very, very high early cash values, and you're levelized on commission through a 10-year period on that, and then some renewals after the 10th year. We also have a 10-pay, very competitive with all of our core competitors. We sell quite a bit of 10-pay. And then finally, we have our single premium. What's nice about our single premium is that we allow paid up addition riders on that, which really allows that product to be very, very liquid. And so when you're selling that sometimes with other carriers and someone needs access to their money, sometimes it's hard to be able to get access to the cash value on those. As you can see, we go up to 85 on all of these. We also go down quite a bit to 5,000. And believe it or not, in that final expense market, when you have healthy people, this is really we sell a lot of these when you come across people that are very healthy. These are fully underwritten products, by the way, and so but we do, like I say, sell some of those because our face amount goes down a lot, down to 5,000. These are some of our selling systems. What's interesting about whole life, when you talk to LIMRA, is that the rich, the sophisticated, the educated, it's the millionaire next door. These are the people that are buying whole life. And what's also interesting when LIMRA does studies is that it's the rich, the educated, and the sophisticated advisor that sells the whole life. And so even though sometimes they're kind of known for having low rates of return, it's the affluent that are buying these. I think our average premium on our whole life products is probably close to $20,000. And so we're doing, that's annual premium. So we're doing a lot of, if you're doing banking, bank on yourself, your family bank, we do a lot of that. We know how to handle it. What's nice about Lafayette Life is that we are non-direct recognition, which is extremely important, especially in that banking world. And if you talk to any expert on infinite banking, they'll tell you that you need to be with a company that's non-direct. And for those of you that are not familiar with that, that basically means that when you have a client that takes a loan against the policy, that it does not affect the dividend. And there are a lot of companies out there that have direct recognition. And that means if they take a loan against the policy, the company will lower the dividend. And with Lafayette, we're one of the few companies that has a non-direct recognition dividend. We do a lot of college planning. For those of you who are familiar with LEAP, that's a big whole life selling system. We do Circle of Wealth. And then we also do defined benefit 412(e)(3) plans. We do all the administration. We've been in that for 50 years, I should say. And we can have some more conversation about that later. But we do that, a lot of that, again, have our own administration. I'm going to now get into our Protector series. Again, one of the reasons that people use us is they really love our ratings. We have good prices. I like to be right up front with people. We're not the lowest on the street. We're certainly not the highest either. I think we're very competitive. But if you really want a high quality company, some people use us for stacking, but we have those ratings in there. We also pay commissions on a daily basis and have some other benefits. But we have two here. The first one is a simplified issue, and then the graded death benefit, whole life. You can't go directly to the graded benefit. You have to first go through the simplified issue, and if you don't qualify or your clients don't qualify on that, then they can go to the simplified issue. This one, our Protector series, unlike our regular whole life series, is non-participating. The issue ages are 40 to 85. We use last birthday, not closest to. We do not illustrate this. You have rate cards that are pretty easy to take a look at. There are some state-specific limitations like South Carolina and Washington. And one of our big sellers right now is we have a single premium option, which is really just an awesome policy. And this is where you're in a home and people have some what I call covered money, maybe $5 or $10 or $20,000 sitting around, not in their cupboard, but they have money that they plan on passing to their children or to a charity, and they have it earmarked specifically for that. And usually, when agents sell this, they use the old Ben Franklin close when they just do a line down the middle of the page, and here you have your savings. Number one, this is what your kids will get when you pass away, but you can actually put that into a simplified protector product and increase their, what their children will have by usually 20, 40, 50%. On our single premium option, we take up to $100,000 and a maximum of a $250,000 death benefit. So we have quite a bit on that. Again, a simplified single premium option, which is really, take a look at this because it's really a great comp. Not that you're all selling for comp, but it has great comp on it, and we can get into that on another phone webinar that we have. But we're selling a lot of that. I want to stress that this is really for legacy planning. It's a product that is not really for a lot of cash value. It has good cash value, usually 85 to 90% in the first year, but doesn't grow as fast as our Liberty product. Has a great death benefit on it, but if they're looking for really high cash value growth, this is probably not the product, but it's absolutely fantastic for legacy. Again, you can look at the brochures that we send you. Minimum death benefit $3,000, so we go down pretty low. South Carolina, Washington, $5,000 to $25,000. You can look at again the brochures that you get. 40 to 80,000 is a 50,000. Then 81 to 85 is a 10,000. Level pay options here, just kind of going into what I think this is probably what other companies have. Like I mentioned earlier, we require that you go through the simplified issue process, and if it's accepted, great. If not, then we automatically go to the graded benefit. We have 6 questions on that. That is in the brochure. We also have smoker and non-smoker rates, and so the 6 questions, and then we also have a telephone interview. I highly recommend, I think you probably already do this, but I highly recommend that you pick up the telephone when you're with a client and make sure that gets done. When you don't do that, the chances of getting that through, they go down dramatically. And again, pretty easy to qualify for. No medical exams, no doctor reports, no blood tests, probably like you're used to with your other companies. Again, you can take a look at our 6 questions. I don't know why I got that screen up there again. There's no accelerated death benefit, and also there's no single premium option for the graded death benefit. So the only way that we have the single premium is on the simplified issue, but not the graded benefit. These are the marketing materials that you can get. These have the agent guide, the application. By the way, we have e-apps. We go through iPipeline on that, and we can have signatures that way as well. And so it's very easy to submit the business through an e-application process. And again, we can show you how to do that. We have a full-time illustration team in our home office. We'll make sure that you get that phone number where you can call them, get all the materials that you need. I know that Levinson has all of those right now. And I know I went through this kind of fast, but this is, that's our Protector series. We have other whole life products. We're extremely competitive with the Northwestern Mutuals, the Guardians. A lot of high-end advisors like to use us, again, because of our ratings that we enjoy. Our dividend rate right now is 5.1, which is very competitive. I tell people that we're built for the long run, that the people that use us think multi-generational. that they're worried about not only their children, but grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-grandchildren they probably haven't even met yet. And so we think long-term, and again, one of the most financially secure life insurance companies we like to think in the whole world. And so thank you for having me. You can reach me. I'll make sure you have my contact information. Make sure you have the contact information of the illustration hot team. The illustration team. And thank you for your time.
Yep, that was great, Terry. Thank you so much. Right to the point. So yeah, they are the new go-to for whole life. Awesome products. We're going to dive in a little deeper on the next webinar, but I just wanted everyone to get a little head start with Lafayette's new product portfolio. So that was perfect. All right, we're going to jump right in the essence of time. We're going to cut short at 3 p.m. Eastern. So we're going to move quickly. We're jumping into the next presentation by Lumico. So Lumico has a final expense product that it's a little more expensive, okay, but this product was designed to sell over the phone. If you have a call center or know of a call center, this product fits perfect because of its instant decisions and very, very liberal underwriting, okay? Almost guaranteed issue. So e-applications, of course, they have phone, voice signature, electronic contracting. So we'll have all of that set up by later today or tomorrow morning, and you will be ready to start selling. Joseph Alakran in our office is going to take the wheel and dive in, and then as soon as he's finished, I'm going to mention a little incentive, and then we'll wrap up today's call. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So I'm going to dive right in. Of course, everyone on the call will receive an email this afternoon with all the information we're covering, and like Bill said, steps to get contracted and get started. So I'll jump right into the Lumico product. Very, very easy to understand product. We've got very, very simple design, ages 50 to 85, 5,000 to 30,000 for preferred risk, standard risk, 50 to 85, 5,000 to 30, and then the modified benefit, which is the first year, the clients are going to get return of premium 10%, second year 25%, third year 50% of that death benefit. That issue age caps off at age 80, and we can go up to 15,000. So what's really, really important about this product is it's completely paperless, instant decision. As you go through that application process with your client, it's a cascading application, which means based on how many questions you can answer, that's going to tell you what type of product you're going to get, whether it's preferred, standard, or modified, and it'll let you know what type of benefit that client's going to receive. Very, very simple click to sign technology. Also, what I love is no telephone interviews. So a very, very simple, easy process, like Bill mentioned earlier in the presentation, just about as close to guaranteed issue as you can get. And if you can't get this product, we do have the guaranteed issue products with Gerber, American General, that are guaranteed issue go up to 25,000. So real quick here, I want to dive into the health question spotlight. This I think is as simple as it gets. Basically asking the client, are you currently hospitalized, in a nursing facility, confined to a bed, or receiving hospice care? No. Okay, we jump right to question number 2. Have you been diagnosed by a member of the medical profession with a terminal illness or condition, which basically means you have 12 months or less to live? If they answer no to that, guess what? You can get them approved. You can get that policy issued. Very, very simple underwriting process. Like Bill said, the premium is a little bit higher, but when you need that product that you know is going to get issued, go right to Lumico for those type of cases. Underwriting, again, very, very easy, simplified issue. What I love is in real time, when you're doing this application, whether it's over the phone, you're doing that e-application, it is, again, a cascading application, real-time data pull. So this allows for an instant decision. That RX check MIB is going to be pulled instantly so they can know if they can approve that client or not. Absolutely zero medical exams. If perchance that client goes through that RX check and MIB, and there's a more severe MIB code that comes up, they will do some manual underwriting, but the majority of these cases are going through very quick, very easy. We do have a voice signature option, even if you're a call center, association, or group. Very simple. Once you're done with that telephone process, it's going to be signed, sealed, delivered no delivery requirements will be due after that policy is placed in force, which is great for those one call closes that you need in that final expense scenario. So we've got a lot of agents that are writing this product and others over the phone, even using non-resident licenses. So a great way to kind of pair that final expense product with those type of scenarios. Also, a great producer reward program. This is basically for any final expense agent. This runs all the way to the end of February. Basically issue 5 or more cases during that qualification period, which again, first of the year to the end of February. And you can actually pick one of the Samsung wearables that you're seeing in the slide. So it's either the Samsung Gear Fit Pro or the Samsung Galaxy Watch, which are going to sync with your smartphone. So great incentive program, really quick, easy product to understand. Again, we'll be sending out the rate cards so you can run quotes, get started, do contracting as early as this afternoon. We mentioned also in today's webinar, and you probably saw in a lot of the marketing materials, that we have some really neat exclusive final expense sales platform that's available for any Levinson agent. And that starts with the Legacy Safeguard program. This is basically a complete A to Z kit to help you sell final expense. And if you look at the final expense marketplace, you know, there are hundreds of different companies and they all say they have the best rates and the best products. So to really kind of set yourself apart from other agents in the industry, you have to have something that kind of goes beyond the product. And that's really where Legacy comes in. This is the complete platform. You'll see at the very top there are books, CDs, flyers, mailers, all sorts of material that you actually receive when you become an agent. You actually get one of these kits in the mail, but this is a program that you can give to your clients absolutely free of charge. It doesn't cost you a penny. Levinson is covering the entire cost of the program. It basically gives you sales scripts, gives you closing techniques, ways to overcome objections, and the leave behind for your client is that by working with you as their agent, they're given support for surviving beneficiaries, bereaved travel assistance. They'll even help you negotiate the cost of that funeral. And the whole point is, after someone passes away, the last thing someone wants to do is visit the funeral home and negotiate the cost and try to figure out all these different things and all the different planning that goes into that process. It's a really, really difficult time. So what this does with Legacy Safeguard is it puts your client in a position to not have to worry about that. All that's taken care of for them. And really the support of the Legacy Safeguard team, I think, is phenomenal. You can actually go through the Legacy Safeguard University to get up and running and really set yourself apart from other competition so that when you leave that client's house, when they have a choice between you and the other agent, they're going to pick you 99% of the time because you're not just offering product. You're offering a complete turnkey system that really gives them that added value. Great thing that we're also sending out for contracted agents is our guide to earning referrals. Really quick here on the left-hand side, we took a snapshot of the last group of final expense cases. Out of 508 closes, 89% were from referrals and just 11% were from cold calls or for new calls that went out from agents. And so what that tells us is we need to be asking for referrals. And if you are asking but not getting those referrals in the amount that you should be getting, there's something wrong with the approach. And that's what this guide was designed for, is really how to build that referral earning process. And it's a complete guide. There's a 6-step process and what you should be asking and how you should be approaching those clients for those referrals. So we'll send this out to every contracted agent. I've even had agents that have been in the business for 15, 20 years say that they've learned something from this guide. So just one of the great resources that are available as a contracted Levinson agent. Also, real quick here on CarrieLevinson.com, we put together a complete page just dedicated to final expense resources. So you can actually go into the website, access every single one of these carriers, all their rates, all their product guides, brochures, everything you need to be dangerous with every single one of these products. And that's updated on a daily basis. So anytime we add a new carrier or a product or even a client sales video, all that material is updated. You'll see in blue, it says final expense and guaranteed issue whole life. That is your central hub to get access to all this information. Also, if you're not using that free agent website that we offer, I definitely recommend you take advantage of it. Not only does it have products that are part of our Sell While You Sleep platform, it also has a built-in final expense quote engine. So if you're using that CRM tool that Bill mentioned, you do some email marketing to some clients or prospects, and they want to actually run a final expense quote, they can go right to your website enter in the information, you're not only going to get an immediate email with all their contact information, but they're also going to be able to run quotes in real time and compare all those top final expense carriers that you have access to. So I'll also send that link out in today's thank you email, but I think it's a really neat tool to be able to have that online presence and give that client the ability to actually run their own quotes in real time. Also, my last slide here before I turn it over to Bill is on some of our new updated lead programs for 2019. We really kind of took a hard look at our different lead programs, whether it was for the final expense marketplace or mortgage protection, and we've got some great new discounts for the new year that I think as a Levinson agent, you actually have access to some discounts you can't get anywhere else in the industry. So real quick here on kerrylevinson.com, just go underneath agent tools, click on lead programs. You can actually access every single one of these programs and learn more information and even actually order those leads directly through the website. So great material available. Again, that's right on kerrylevinson.com.
Okay, good stuff, Joe. So we'll save the best for last as usual, which is always leads and commissions, right? So that last product Joe just went over, the street level, okay, through Levinson is triple digit commission, okay, plus renewals. So that is huge, okay? In fact, that is a game changer within itself. With all of the other pieces of technology around that product, and then triple digit comp plus renewals and advancing is unreal. So that's good stuff. And then we're also going to talk about, because we all know if you have 200% commission, it doesn't do you any good unless you have people to speak to. Okay, so we're going to dive into the Levinson Final Expense Lead Solution. So real quick, before I move forward, I want to mention we have two great Final Expense Lead programs. We have actually three, but two really stand out that I want to mention that are new, revamped, and I think will help everybody. The first one is the Verified Life Insurance Lead. So you start at $25. It's a co-op price for Levinson agents only. So since January 1st, we're seeing a 60% appointment set ratio. These are all live phone voice verified, okay, from our call center operators. These are 100% exclusive, which is important to know. They're not perfect, but they work very well if you're willing to take the time, and you must be able to pivot. And a lot of these final expense leads can lead to long-term care sales, annuities, IUL. It's totally up to you how far you want to take this. So definitely worth a shot. We have final expense and mortgage protection available. All right, moving forward, we have the live transfers. Now, these are really, really cool, because the way that this works is once you're set up in the system, you say, okay, I want to work Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern time, okay? And what happens is they will start calling you. These are live transfers, so our call center will call you with clients on the phone ready to get a life insurance quote. Okay, and these work great. If you're willing to take the time, you have to set aside a block of time. And what I suggest, okay, and these also start at just $25, but what I suggest is if you narrow down your, let's say, zip code or area code, and your scope is, hey, I'm in Broward County, I only want to work these 3 counties, okay, then the lead price goes up a little bit. If you say, you know what, I want to work the whole state of Florida, or we even have agents that are working multiple states, the lead cost goes way down. Okay, because what happens is the span broadens and prices drop, and most of these products can be sold over the phone with an e-app. So I suggest going wide with these and get your lead costs down and get your phone selling skills up and use these resources that we offer. This is a great, great program, and starting January 1st. So to get started, it's $500 in leads. You get $200 in free credits, okay? So basically $700 for the price of 5. If you spend $1,000, you get $300 extra in free leads. Okay, so as soon as you want to get started, all the info is on our lead website, or go to kerrylevinson.com. We'll also include information in the thank you email, but this is a great way to jump in, and then of course still get paid full commissions plus renewals, okay, on any product sales. You're not captive to us in any way, so that's the way to go. This way you're not stuck in a MLM group and you're 10 levels below the top of the hierarchy. Those days are over, okay? That might have worked 10, 20 years ago, but with the internet now, everyone's exposed, and there's no way to possibly succeed with that kind of platform anymore. So no, with us, you work with Levinson and the carrier. It's a direct contract, and then you get to take advantage of these great lead costs and great lead platforms as well. Okay, moving forward, I know I get a little excited when it comes to talking about the various platforms, because you would not believe what we've seen over the years, these agent stories that, you know, they're stuck at a 40% commission level for 20 years, and they had no idea of the way the life insurance brokerage industry worked, you know, until they made a phone call. So it's just crazy. All right, anyway, moving forward, 2019 Carrier Positioning Reference Guide. Now, this is great. We're going to include this in the thank you email. This is great for traditional life insurance sales. So anything outside of, say, final expense or guaranteed issue. Term with living benefits, IUL, term with return of premium, universal life. What we did is we handpicked these top carriers and products, and we show you exactly where they stand out in each segment. So if you're especially selling over the phone, this will simplify your world. We're going to send that out in the email. Moving forward, 2019 Agent Expo. By the way, we're just about done here. Okay, we're going to end about 10 minutes early. A couple slides left and we'll wrap up. 2019 Annual Agent Expo. Now, I really hope, if you're in this business, and all of you are, you need to make this event. It's free for everyone. We take care of meals. We have the top life insurance and annuity keynote speaker and trainer, Mr. Joe Ross. The guy, bar none, is the best trainer I've seen in person. Okay, hands down. And I say this all the time, but I want you to be at the expo, and after listening to him, if you don't think he is awesome, you come see me, okay? And I will, there's no refund because it's free, but I'll give you some kind of gift card. We'll work it out, because it's not going to happen. The guy's amazing. You will walk away with new sales ideas, and you're going to learn from all of our top VPs and underwriters, from our core carriers. You're going to be able to network and speak to over 300 agents and GAs from all over the country. It's a day you do not want to miss. Register now. It's free. Please, I can't say it enough. May 10th, 2019. We're not selling anything. It's not like we're pushing this because we're trying to say, you know, we want to build registration fees. No, it's all free for you. This is our way of saying thank you, and it's once a year meetup that we want all agents to walk away with new sales ideas and concepts to change your year, quite frankly, in your practice. So please make sure you're there. May 10th, 2019. All right, second to last slide, upcoming agent training events. That's what you're on right now, and it's so important, okay? So you can stay in the loop and know what's hot, what's not, what new carriers or products are now out there and live and running, because what's going to happen is your client's going to get wind of one of these new products, and they're going to say, Bill, I didn't know there was a final expense product that we can get an instant decision on. The pricing's fair and it's almost guaranteed issue. You never told me about that. Well, now you know, and that's why we put together these weekly trainings. This week we have 2. And then also what we did, if you want to take your business to the next level by using all of our technology, okay, and this is totally up to you, but we have the free website builder and CRM tool. We have a virtual assistant. We have our agency automator platform. We even have a VIP plan, okay, that will give you all of these things and a live person to meet with weekly or monthly that will do all of your marketing for you. Now, they'll do everything. You don't even have to lift a finger, okay? It's $250 a month. No contract. You can go month to month. We pay for part of that fee, and that's it. Now, if you call a social media company, a website company, they charge you at least $1,000 and a few $100 a month just for that. And we give this stuff to you free. Free website, free CRM tool. If you want the VIP plan where they hold your hand and do everything for you, that's $250 a month. But everything is done for you, and you can go out there and focus on selling, and that's what you're good at. So anyway, every single week we're holding our live training events Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. You can log in anytime, and those are all live, and you can jump in, ask questions to make sure that you're comfortable. You can have your assistant on. You can take it as far as you want. These are built for you, and there's no charge. There's no gray area. We do this as a value add for our agents. That's simple. On Friday, they just added the best practices training. So let me just say real quick, that's great for everyone because the best practices training gives you the 100-foot overview on your entire marketing platform. Tells you what you should do, what you shouldn't do with e-blast marketing, with your website, with target marketing. That's where we show you everything. We just added that for the new year, but it'll really, if you're using our tools or not, that's a great place to go to learn how to market online and be relevant, okay? We all want to be like the Uber and the Netflix of the world. We don't want to be the Blockbuster videos and yellow cabs of the world, right? So let's all make sure that we know at least the basics. On the bottom there, live lead transfer platform rollout. So those live transfer leads, we're rolling out the revamped version with new discounts on the 31st at 2 p.m. That's this week. Don't miss that webinar if you're interested in insurance leads. On the bottom, top worksite products for 2019. That's awesome. Now, let me just say real quick, if you have any clients, and I have a friend of mine who I'll just say this quickly, could not get life insurance, okay? He is, unfortunately, he's on the very heavy side, okay, to say it lightly, and has some health issues, I won't mention any names, and can't get a regular type of product, and he needs more than the guaranteed issue max. So this worksite platform that we're rolling out on February 7th will allow you can go to your clients, and if you have, meaning the client has at least 5 employees, the business owner can get up to 5 times of annual income guaranteed issue. And these products have built-in living benefits. We have term and permanent. This is a great solution for any small business owners, okay? And remember, the business owner gets guaranteed issue up to 5 times annual income. So this is a great solution. On February 7th, we're going to show you some real neat stuff there. And the commissions are great. Service products are great. A+ rated company. Don't miss that training. Okay, last slide here, and I'm sorry for dragging on a little bit. Okay, I want to just mention this real quick. I think it's important, every day, today happens to be our Positive Tuesday, right? We all know what Positive Tuesday is, and what we do is every week on Tuesdays, we post a motivational, positive, inspirational quote on all of our social media pages and website and include them in our webinars, which is what you're on right now. We also just started a podcast, okay? The Bill Levinson Experience, as promised, launching January 2019. So I recorded it this morning. It's the first one ever with my mentor, Cleveland Clinic's Man of the Year, top Forbes 500 local businessman, local billionaire for that matter, Jeffrey Levitetz. He's our first guest speaker. You all are going to love it. And we locked up Gary V, okay? That's Gary Vaynerchuk. He's like the new, younger version of Tony Robbins. We have booked him for 2019. He's going to be about 60 to 90 days out. He is going to be my guest speaker on the Bill Levinson Experience. He's an online marketing genius. If you don't know who he is, look him up. But I couldn't be any more excited, okay, to launch this, to help our agents in life and business on a personal level, okay, all levels. This was going to help you if you're driving to an appointment, driving to work in the morning, whatever it is. If you're going on a vacation on a Saturday and you're driving out of town or out of state, listen, these are about 30, 40 minutes. It's a free listen. All of the information is going to be on our website. Also, on the Apple Podcast Store, you can subscribe there. Again, it's free. Please, okay, and we want your comments. We're going to end with our positive Tuesday quotes, okay, and I mean this. I don't care if you're selling final expense, IUL, if you're in the lead business, if you're not in our business, whatever the case is, this is so true. I don't care what it is that you're doing. We're going to end with this. It really shouldn't matter if you're washing windows downtown or building rockets for NASA. If you give it your all and love what you do, you will succeed. I mean that from the heart. With that said, have a great day, a great rest of the week, a good weekend, and great selling. Take care.